it's a wild space, and so everyone has such a like different trajectory for how they got into it, and then it's the NFT space, I would say doubly so. Where
my claim to fame in NFTs is I was there on day one on our planet and just got super big into it. And
oh yeah, damn.
Last time I checked, I was number 4 all time on NFTs created. Like I've sold a lot. I sold off a lot when I was up at the high, which was awesome. But
Nice.
yeah, all time NFTs. I think I'm still top 5. I'm not sure. I haven't checked in a while, but
That's pretty
Damn.
bad.
I'm there on day one.
Damn, been in it for a while.
And it was cool to see the collaboration even there when we're trying to develop elements and people are just sharing like hey, I found lava, here you go. And I thought it would be like, keep it secret, form your alliances, don't tell anybody.
Yeah. No, our planet was always like since I got into it, it was always like very communal too. I feel like the NFT space in general, like I've met a lot of people through this space who I then have like more of a personal connection with than pretty much any other cryptocurrency space that I'm part of.
I would say not pretty much by like
Yeah,
about
okay,
100,000 times ratio over from people I've met in other crypto spaces.
Like it's absolutely not proportional to my like commitment to the space. Like there's other projects where I have like very, very large positions, but I don't know anybody else in that, in that fucking project.
So do you know The Harm? He goes by Joe on Telegram.
Yeah, and he's wax on, wax off. Is his
He's probably my oldest friend in this space, and he originally introduced me to you guys. And I remember you guys were the first ones doing marble races back in the days, weren't you?
Yeah,
we're old school marblers.
Yeah, we're trying to come up with a way to give away things that don't get spammed and claimed by claim bots.
Joe's great though. Like he definitely like has taught me a lot about the space. Like I was kind of just fooling around Telegram. He's like, oh, you should check out my group, and he's definitely been like helpful and be like, oh, you should meet this person, you should meet this person. Like he's very good at like connecting creators and stuff, and like if you need something you can ask him like, hey, do you know someone that does this? And like just we were talking about earlier, people are so helpful in the wax space. Joe is definitely like a super helpful person to know.
He is, and he doesn't like ask for anything in return. He's just super helpful. He'll help anybody. Like yesterday he's like, you guys are killing it in your Discord, reach out to this person, and he gives me like literally a list of people who I should talk to get even bigger. Like just completely selfless about it.
It's super cool that exists within the space, because it definitely, I mean, I say it could not be like that, and I think it will not be like that in like a year or two. Like when the space grows, I think we're kind of in like the glory days, the early days where everybody's supporting each other. But I mean, if you look at Ether is not like that. When people are releasing NFTs and stuff, like people are not as like, it's very like cutthroat and everybody's competing, whereas like Wax, it seems like people are trying to build each other up, at least for now.
Yeah, there's a lot more money in it, so I feel like the greed factor, just because the sheer volume of money flowing through those things, people are a little bit more close to the chest about the help.
Yeah,
I hadn't thought about the future. You might be right, which is unfortunate. If it grows and if there's more money in it, we might see more of that competition.
I'm curious to know if it does turn out that way, because I do get a sense that Wax NFT community is a little bit more like engaged in their collecting than the Ethereum NFT community. Like a lot of Ethereum collectors I know, and honestly a lot of Ethereum NFTs that I own, I bought and now I have them. Whereas
it seems more like a store of value than an active collection.
Yeah.
Like if you want to store value, Ether is where you just buy it and let it sit, and Wax is where like, because the transactions are just so much cheaper, you can actively collect and you can blend and you can trade and you can do all the stuff that just would not make sense on
like
Ether.
On Wax, I blend. I do like blend race stuff. I do like the stake my assets to do participate in mining, play video games with them that require on-chain transactions. You can't do that shit on Ethereum. So like, it's hard to say if it'll go the same direction or not over time. But
it's
definitely early days. I'll say that.
The crazy thing about this space is like it is just like uncharted territory where like we can look at Ether because it's been around the longest, but that's only been around a couple of years for NFTs, so like it's a brand new space just everywhere.
Yeah, it's been around the longest, but how many times have you bought a pack on Ether that you then ripped for random NFTs? Like that's
the
that would be
minting
2 transactions
is
for gas fees. That's not going to happen on Ether. Like
it basically does the same thing where you mint to then reveal a randomized NFT, whereas but I guess that's only for one.
I explained that to
a few.
Yeah, I explained it to Ethereum collectors that way, where it's like, oh yeah, on Wax, you can sell the minting event to someone else. Like you can buy a minting event and then sell that later.
Yeah, that's a really good
without having to mint it yourself.
The way I think of it is like, it's the RNG. That's what you're selling. Like, if you really want to break it down, that's what I tell people. Like,
Yeah, that's synonymous with
You're selling the
minting.
chance to get something, not the thing itself, and that is what people like in this space, which is why we like have gone so hard to do packs for our free giveaways. Like we give away 1-card packs that pull multiple rarities instead of just dropping the rarities directly, because people like the RNG. And then like say you don't even want what's inside that pack, then you can sell the chance to get something better than like just getting a common. So like we definitely like that, and you can do stuff like that in the wax space that you can in Ether. Not to say like one is better than the other, but
So I don't want to jump ahead because we may talk about this, but that's what brought Warsaken to Wax, is that we looked at different blockchains. I know Polygon's attracting tons of people right now, but with Wax, there's so much utility, and where we're going to be minting millions of cards over the years. We have to have somewhere where you can buy and sell and collect and hold and play and do all that stuff. And so it was perfect for us.
Yeah.
I got the trailer pulled up here.
Nice.
Yeah, that is actually a great way to segue into Warsaken. I'm excited about any new games, honestly, but I don't know anything at all. So, would you? Yeah.
Yeah, we are a blank slate
that
here.
there is a ongoing. So anyone watching right now, there's an ongoing voting competition. You can vote for your favorite projects in different brackets, and the top projects in each of the brackets will go on through the competition, and the winners in the competition will be added as partnered collections that generate a passive currency for this game, similar to how you can stake collections into our planet for a Ether, is my understanding. So correct me if I'm wrong.
I think it was not exactly staking. It said it's something similar to staking, but different, right?
Yep, passive staking. So just by holding them in your wallet, you can earn. And so since this is a play-to-earn game, we wanted to, we were all about growing the Wax space, be good members of the community. So we're selecting allies, or we're letting our fans pick the allies. And just by holding our NFTs and the NFTs of our allies, you can earn XP. And then however much XP you have, that's what your rank. And then based on your rank, you get daily Warsaken loot payouts. And then with loot, you can buy stuff from the loot store. So that's the gist of the passive staking.
Oh, nice.
That makes sense. That's almost similar to like Wax Arena, where like it's giving you a total gear score or whatever, and then you're trying to get to certain tiers to achieve more passive stuff.
Exactly. And our upper tiers require, like we have 11 ranks, and the top 4 ranks, I believe, require holding a specific NFT or one of a specific set of NFTs. And so those
that's cool.
Super rare, like that blood foil. You saw a flash of that red bloody blood foil looking card. You have to have that of a specific leader to get the rank. And there's only 14 leaders right now. So there's only be 14 people that can reach that highest rank. And so that's one of the super rare cards that we have. But just to back up a little bit, we are a game first project, and we've been building this game for a couple of years. We were ready to launch physical cards. We were talking to game shops. We were getting our Kickstarter ready. And then blockchain kind of came along, and I was in Wax real heavy, and I knew the team really well. And so I got them to take a look at it, and took a little bit of poking, because they're like, no, we're just going to release this digital. It's just going to be like Magic the Gathering online or whatever. But once I got them to look at the space, they're like, oh yeah, this is legit. This would be perfect for us because it's true ownership. We can run everything on the Wax space. And so that's when, beginning of this year, we started making the transition. So we've been working since then. The game's been done, but we've just been building it to work on Wax and to work on our app and our website. And that's what and so we're getting close to launching our packs, and a few months after that, the full game will go live.
I just posted a link here. We have warsaken.com/digital, and you can sign up here for updates to a mailing list. And then also I posted the Discord link that we have pinned here. That's if you'd like to go into the Discord and participate in the votes, which, this is a shameless self-plug. Neon Space is competing in this tournament, so if you'd like to vote for us, we'd greatly appreciate it. We're in what bracket are we in? We're in the Zuru Kondu, right?
Yeah.
Zuru
Although we got some stiff competition, so you can vote multiple times. So we definitely voted for its top 8 move on. So we definitely voted for.
I voted for Atomic Kings and Metaphors. I also am a big fan of Crypto Moonies, but they don't need my help, so I'm not voting for them.
I voted for Crypto Monkeys, even though they don't need my help.
I meant in our bracket specifically. I voted for Crypto Monkeys as well. I voted for people in all the other brackets.
Well, a burst of energy voted back for us, so it's reciprocal for sure.
It's been awesome to see the collaboration and people helping each other out. We're seeing like alliances form between collections to push their voters, and some of the smaller collections are just killing it. It's crazy, and we love seeing that because it shows the community is engaged and they want to partner with us. And so it's not just going to be simply listing them on our site and having their cards passively stakeable. We're going to try and do collabs. We'll of course shout out their launches. I mean, we're not just gonna set them there and forget them. We're planning on working with people, which was, I was super happy when you guys reached out to me, because I've been around since your first days of marble races. You guys are the pioneers of that, and I was here maybe not the first episode, but like the first week. I think I was in there racing and watching, and I was like, "This is cool. This is just the beginning of something great."
Oh man, our Twitch stream is a lot less shitty than it was back then.
Did you ever win any marble trophies too?
I don't know if I won I know I won some things from you. I've got a few winning things. I don't know if that's a trophy or what.
Oh, we do like we keep track because we do it every day, and then people who show up every day, we keep track of all month long. We keep track of
at the end of the month, whoever has the most points gets trophies for.
It's like, yeah, there's like a
I
one.
don't have any trophies, but I did win one or two of the smaller prizes, which is awesome. It keeps people so engaged and makes them so happy.
Yeah.
So do you have like a background in gaming? Like, have you worked in the gaming space before, or did you just are like, man, I've always wanted to make a card game. Now I'm in a place to do it.
So my background is in publishing. I'm an author, and I got originally involved with the team last year. I was doing writing. They hired me freelance to do some writing on their lore. So I wrote the backgrounds of all the leaders. I wrote. We have a couple of really unique features. We have one thing that we added after the physical. We made the physical to digital transition is a solo player mode. We call it the Cabal mode, and you can take your cards and it's set up so digitally you just play against the deck, but even physically you can set up once the cards come out, you'll be able to set it up to play solo mode and go through these different levels as increasing difficulty. And so I did all the writing for that. We also have
interesting. Yeah, I like that.
We have an Alexa app that takes you through. You're one of the leaders, you're Volkov, and you're in a prison, and you have to make your choices, and you have to escape this and discover the prototype and get out, which was a lot of fun. So I did the writing for that. So that's how I got involved with the team. Our CEO, Brandon, is the one who did the game development, along with Matt Larson, who's also on the team. And they did all the game development. They've been playtesting it for years. They developed the art, hired artists all over the world, came up with the gameplay, made changes and tweaks as they gameplayed it. And then we have a dev team that's working on building the program too. So that's the main players of our team.
Your website's really clean.
Really?
I also assume all this stuff has audio and is narrated and stuff. So probably if you're trying to learn more when we're not talking about it, you could go to the website and watch these videos and it'd explain more specifically. But
there's also still a physical version of the cards, it seems, that's
launching. Before we get into that, I do want to ask, because you were asking before we started on air, how did you just get, like, you're telling us you got into our planet early, but I guess how did you get into crypto, NFTs, and wax? Like, how did you jump from one to the other, or was wax your first?
How in the fuck did you find out about our planet?
So I got into crypto. Bitcoin was around 4,000, and I happened to be working with some guys that were just talking about it all day. And so I went and started looking at it, and I went to my wife and said, "Hey, I think we should start putting some money." And she's like, "I don't really want to, but you can do a little, whatever your side job stuff, you can put that, And so I put a little bit in, and then Bitcoin took off. And then I was listening to some podcasts. Blockchain Hero guys actually got me into NFTs. They started talking about wax. So when I started in NFTs, they brought me over. And so I've been a big fan of theirs. And then I was here, and our planet started having staking. And I was just looking for something to do with the cards. You could collect them, you could look at them. And people were talking about games, but there wasn't a lot out there. So I'm like, okay, so I can just stake this and earn this Aether that nobody knows what it is, but hey, I've got some more cryptocurrency. I love altcoins and I collect them. I've got like 300 different tiny holdings in different coins.
Oh, nice.
And so, I jumped in heavy on that because it was something to do. People were craving it. And so when we needed a home for the project, I said wax, I think, is the place, guys. We checked out some various places, but they were like, yeah, wax is definitely the best. So cheap for people to trade and transfer and buy and sell. We can mint and host as many assets as we need at a relatively cheap cost. And then the space is great because people are looking for competition, they're looking for games, they're looking for utility. And so this is our gameplay video. It's an 8-minute video that talks you how to play the actual game if you've got a deck of cards to play with. And the physical decks won't be out until middle of 2022 is what we're planning.
I do have questions about that, but we do have an audience question first.
Cool.
The audience question is from I'm the KY. He said, it's not a play to earn, but it will have a token that will have value to players, and that will accrue through passive staking, ? I think he's basically saying, like, could you sell the passive thing that you're earning?
Yep. So you can sell, we will be listed on Alcor, so you can sell we call it loot as our token. You can sell loot for wax. So you can cash out. And there's two different play to earn ways. One is through the passive staking, but also by playing and winning, you can also earn XP, which will give you a higher rank and give you more loot. We also have we'll have a free to play function, and you can't earn XP by playing that. But if you just want to come in, play some cards, we'll have some play some games. We'll have some pre-built decks that you can jump in, try the game, and play with.
Does that mean like we can do the free to play where like you don't win anything, but you also don't need to own the cards? You're like basically just like a demo, like testnet version of the game, so you can test it before you buy, right?
Exactly. Come in and
that's
play
really
as much as you want.
And could I do like? Do they have access to every card, or is it going to be like a starter set? Like, could I go and test cards that I want to buy in the free version, and then go buy them on the aftermarket, or is it just like this basic stuff?
It'll just be a couple pre-made decks that we have, but we will have a subscription model, and so like $3.99 a month, you can come in if you just want to try everything out, and you can sign up for a month of that, play as much as you want every card, and you can keep that or you can cancel and then buy the cards you want.
Ooh, and through the subscription model, would you then earn AX loot or XP to level up? Yeah. Oh, very cool.
You will.
Oh, so that's the way. If you don't want it to like commit to like digital ownership of individual cards, you could just pay for the subscription and then basically have access to all the cards. And okay, that's
exactly.
Very cool.
And so we're trying to bring in a lot of people from outside Wax. We're looking at the space as a whole, and people are hungry for gaming, and blockchain really is the future of gaming. And so we want to be one of the big ones on the map and bring people into Wax that are scared of cryptos, or for whatever reason they don't like it or they're intimidated. So we're just like, come into Warsaken, create an account, and oops, now you own NFTs. Welcome to the space.
That's perfect. That's like, because you don't need your user to know all the underneath stuff happening for it to actually work. Yeah, that's really fucking clever.
You will need a Wax wallet initially to sign up, because that's our authentication. We're looking to change that down the road, where you can probably do Facebook and Google and all the other ways. But for now, you'll need a Wax wallet, because we have to tie the token, the loot, to the blockchain.
Right, which, I mean, using the Wax Cloud wallet lets me use Facebook, so we're almost there.
Exactly. And so it's 30 seconds extra out of your time, and easy to do.
Yeah, definitely not too much of an ask, and there's very, very little learning curve as far as the technical side of NFTs and cryptocurrency.
So you're saying there's NFTs and physical cards? So is there like physical redeemables in addition?
That was one of my next questions is, do those two worlds interlap? Because I love having physical stuff with my NFTs if possible.
So we don't have a plan. I mean, I think it will come. We don't have it mapped out yet to redeem physicals with the digital, but we do have it reversed. We're going to do a Kickstarter for the physical to launch it, and every box that you buy will come with redeem codes for NFTs.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, so you buy physical first and then get a digital copy.
Yeah, and we may do the other way around, but that's our plan with for that, and it'll be a limited edition. We know what set we're going to release as NFTs, and that'll be the only way to get it is through the Kickstarter claim codes.
That's really cool. That's actually really cool. And those NFTs that you get through those Kickstarters, you can only ever get if you participate in that Kickstarter. They won't ever be available other ways. That's very cool.
Yep, or on that secondary market. I've got some cards right here.
Scarcity is always key here.
Let me run and grab my cards. I should have had them with me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's really cool,
for game developers, I feel like Wax at least is a good one, because you always want to onboard new players, and with Wax having a lower entry point, the projects are typically a lot more palatable cost-wise, and the custodial Wax wallet is very kind of like crypto light. All those things play well. Like if you're trying to jump in NFTs first and you go into Ethereum and your first mint is like 0.08 or something, you're paying like $200 per thing. You're trying to deal with like a gas war. You're trying to find your entry point. Let's be real.
You're paying $200 for the gas, even if your mint is free.
Yeah, that's really, really hard. So like, obviously the Wax has its own pitfalls as far as issues with drops not going perfectly, but it does seem a little bit more, I don't know, straightforward if you're new to the space.
Yeah. I got to show off some of these. I have a set of foils, so they're limited edition. We have a bunch of prototypes just to play, and so these are just some of the cards, and this is a complete foil set.
Oh wow, that looks
good. Super nice too. Yeah, damn.
I am just in love with the cards. I mean, anyone who's ever collected cards has just been a fan of foils in general.
Yeah, can I see the back? The art on the back?
Yeah.
Too?
And so it's kind of with what you'd expect.
Oh, dope. Yeah, that
nice.
looks familiar.
Yeah, that looks really clean.
That's really nice.
Yeah. And so I'm digging these, and they're okay. So another great thing about the set is that there's so many cards. Like a lot of collections you see, may have 20 or 25 cards with various effects. We've got 268 cards in our deck, and so that's going to lead to a lot of variety to begin with. But then each one is going to have a number of different effects, and actually we can probably just go to the website to see more of that. I'll post the link in the private chat to make it a little easier.
When you say a deck of cards that's for one game has 260 cards in it?
Sorry, no. So the complete set is 268 cards.
Oh, that's okay. So I was gonna say. So how
yeah,
about
as like big Magic players, like what's the max deck? What's the max hand size? What's the max?
And the
Also, really quick, we have an
your
audience
card?
question before we get to it. Somebody said, "Is when Kickstarter? Like, do you have a date for when people can?"
It'll be 2022. We've got everything developed, and so it's just a matter of launching the NFTs, getting the digital game out, and then that'll be our first priority.
And the digital game, when's your initial sale for that?
The sale, so we don't have a launch date for our card yet, but it would be between Veterans Day and Christmas. So sometime between November 11th and December 25th of this year. We're trying to nail down a firm date, because once we put it out there, we don't want to change it, obviously.
Okay, loose winter time.
Yeah. Late fall is what we're going with. So these are some of the varieties of cards. So like I said, there's 268 cards in the complete deck, or the complete set, sorry. And then each one has, like, that's our common foil. The foil prime is kind of our common foil. And as you scroll down, you can see some of our more rare, the camel foil.
Oh, that one's cool.
Is there like additional game utility? If you have a higher rarity of a given card, is that purely from a collector standpoint, or is there actual like additional value in game if you had like a legendary version of a given card compared to like
there's only a couple places in which it will give you gameplay, and one of them is a card that you can find in our loot packs, and it'll let you start out with one resource extra to begin the game. And so the loot packs you can buy with loot, and that's the only way you can get the loot packs.
It's like a Black Lotus.
Yeah, I've heard Brandon talking about that. And then there's one other one. There's a leader card that you can upgrade, and you can start with 10 more health. So you can see the health in the middle on the right there.
Blood foil, is this the really rare one?
Foil, yeah. And so you can see that's a 1 out of 1, and that's the most rare one there is.
This one says, why does it say minted to 4?
So there's a blood foil, and then there's a infinite edition blood foil. So the one you're looking at is the infinite edition. It's just a different camera angle of the leader. And so this one is the 1 of 1.
And then there's also a 1 of 4 version.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
The artwork looks really good though. Like
all
these
the rare
cards
in the corner, you can see what they're minted to. Like that one says out of
10.
Out of 10, yeah. So that's our thermal ash, and it's extremely rare. So it'll give you a ton of XP for holding that card.
Oh, so it earns you more passively for the higher.
Yep, for the higher.
That's almost like a Nova Rally thing. Nova Rally, the drivers don't give you extra skill, but they do earn you more of the token that you need to drive the car.
Yeah.
So
there you go. The gold foil is obviously minted to 24 because it's 24 karat gold. So there's 24 of those.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that makes sense.
Legendaries, which is the smoke foil, that's 25.
So do you have to like spend XP to play as well?
We're not planning on that right now. You can earn it playing,
so you only earn by winning and by staking.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you use the XP to get up to the higher like leagues, basically.
And there will be a limit how much you can earn each day. Like we don't want people playing all day and just tanking game after game or whatever. So once you reach a limit for the day, and I don't know how many games or how much XP it will be, but there will be a limit of some level there. You asked about the deck size. Sorry, I skipped that question. So much to talk about.
No worries. Yeah.
There's 65 cards in your deck when you start. One of those is a leader, and he has special abilities, and then you have 4 territory cards. And so the basic gist of the gameplay is you have to eliminate the leader to win the game, and you can't attack the leader unless all of the 4 territories are out of the way, or your morale is at 0 to get to the leader and to attack the leader.
And then the win condition is beating the leader, your opponent's leader. Okay, and then how about duplicates in the deck? Are you allowed to have more than like 3 or 4 or 5 prints of the same card?
Up to 4. Of each card, yeah.
That's sweetie. Oh,
Yeah, we've got the game all figured out. This is all of the mechanics of the game, all the details of all the cards you can find.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some reading. This seems like a kind of complicated.
Yeah, you can tell it was developed as a card game first, and then adapted to NFTs, which I appreciate because it's a well-rounded kind of gameplay style. So I appreciate that.
It seems like a game where the gameplay is more about the gameplay and less about grinding for the mineral that you're trying to like.
I think sometimes they go play to earn
clicking the mine
first,
button.
and then
Yeah,
add gameplay
exactly.
second, rather than add gameplay first and
Yeah,
then
this is
add play to earn. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's our goal. Yeah, because play to earn, you need some kind of value that people want to get in and buy, right? And so that's
Yeah.
our value. Is we built this for serious gamers. And I think people are going to want to come in and buy the best cards on the secondary market. So there's going to be a market there.
So here's
good
a
news-
question: how will you use loot so the supply isn't crazy like Aether and our planet? So I guess what's your approach to the tokenomics of the token so that it doesn't get overly inflated by staking?
Great question. We do have a number of things that will be able to be purchased in the loot store. The main thing is the loot packs, and those are 50,000 loot each. And there's some super ultra rare cards in there. One of them is a territory card that just gives you straight huge payout of loot daily. You don't have to do any XP staking, no XP, no rank. You just own that card and you're good to go. So the loot packs is the main thing, but we're going to have in-game effects. Like you can buy a nuke animation in the game. So when you play that card, it'll go and attack your gun.
That's dope.
We're also going to do raffles, and we're planning on having some big stuff in there, some like whatever the hot collection is.
Oh, like you could spend it and get like a raffle ticket kind of thing.
Yeah, and not for like, like a Princess Bride pack, which is $100 and great, but for like, I mean, we're talking about like lands of some of the biggest games, like some of the biggest, when Tops came out, that was the thing we talked about. Like, what if we got one of these huge, most famous, like the big packs or one of the famous players? We're talking about some big raffles with some smaller prizes as well. So that'll be another thing. I think we talked about being able to buy subscriptions with loot. So basically we're gonna keep the supply reasonable by letting you burn it on things that don't just increase your ability to earn loot, if that makes sense. Like things you can use in the game, things you can use to sell on the secondary market.
Yeah, that
It
is
looks like there's a
interesting.
loot
You could-
store right here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
you could like straight up get the subscription, then play enough to keep paying for your next month's subscription.
you can totally do that.
Okay, I like that.
I was doing that in
If only
World of
I could do that.
Warcraft.
I know. I was gonna say.
In World of Warcraft, you can buy subscriptions with gold. So I was like gold farming. Like I'd spend like a week gold farming, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I got a week free." And I was like, if I just spent time like working a real job, I could just pay for this in like 2 hours of work, and I'm spending like a shit ton of hours grinding it out. But
It's
I
the
like the
principle of
grind.
it,
I like the grind.
Let's see. So, can you get cards from the loot store? So, are you selling like booster packs kind of thing in the loot store as well?
So our loot packs are for sale in the loot store, and that owner card you just scrolled by, that's like the treasured one of one. That's like a land card as far as we're concerned, where you can earn massive amounts of loot just for holding it. No XP, no recruitment, no nothing, just that. So that's the big holy grail. And so the loot packs are 3 cards. And they've got one loot card in there where you'll get somewhere in between 200 and 2 million loot just on top of what you spent. And then you'll get a couple just cards from from the first set. Sorry. And so there's those 3 packs in the loot store. But then we all are also releasing booster packs every month, but those will be credit card sales. Those won't be for loot.
Oh, nice. And then those one of one land cards, are those also a chance to pull from those packs?
Those are in
Or
the
how do
loot packs only, yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Nice. And
Yeah,
that's just
there's a
like-
handful of, there's 4 ultra rare cards that are only available in the loot pack. So even though you're only getting 3, you've got a chance to really hit the moon with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, like for the distribution of the cards, so like, are you gonna do like an initial pack sale? Like, we'll just talk about the digital one, like an initial digital pack sale, and
Yep.
then that's the only way you can get those cards, that series, and then you do another series, or are you like doing quarterly sales and just putting out more mints? I guess I'm just curious how you keep the mint structure tight so you don't
Great.
over distribute.
Yeah, great question. We want them to be rare because we want them to be collectible, and that's the main reason we did all of the effects is so that they're still collectible, but there's plenty out there. We want people to be able to play the game. We don't want it to be like you can only play the game if you have cards, and the cards are impossible to get. And so we're going to mint everything up front, and then in the booster packs that come out every month, and that's why we're doing the booster packs every month so people can still buy in. They'll be able to get the same mint. So when we publish it and it says this card is out of 1,000, that's for the initial launch and the monthly packs going throughout the year.
I see. So it's the same total mints, but the release of those mints is compartmentalized.
Yep, it's basically like we're releasing half of them up front initially with where you're showing on the screen there, and then the other half throughout the year each month.
Okay, so you can kind of scale it as the user base grows.
Yep.
And then is so they're all pre-minted assets, right? The
Yes.
cards are all pre-minted.
Did you say like how big the packs are? Do you know that yet?
Scroll down a little bit. I think it's right on that page.
Okay.
So here's some examples.
Oh, there we go.
of
So we have
cards.
prices and we have sizes.
There you
18
go.
cards per pack, $5 per booster pack.
Oh, yeah.
And so one other thing, there's one premium slot on here. So you will get a premium card, which is card minted to 1,000 or fewer. And you'll need one premium card to earn passive staking, both for us and for our allies. So if you've got one premium card, then you can come in, you choose a leader, and you pledge loyalty to that leader. And each leader has specific skills. Like if one guy's heavy on soldiers, then every soldier force will gain 10% extra XP or something like that. So each leader will be slightly different. And so if you own one premium card, then you can enter the passive staking. But any pack will give you a premium card.
So it's a guaranteed one premium card. So basically, as long as you buy at least one pack, then you can use your partnered staking stuff. But you need to invest a little bit if you want to be able to even earn passively, which I think is smart. So people that are not playing the game or even interested in supporting you can't just like leech off your token and sell it.
Yep. And we expect those to be, if the pack is $5, those won't be any more than like $3 on the open market if you just have to go and buy one card. And that's just a complete guess. We don't know how it'll settle, but you should be able to get one for a couple bucks.
I am the KY wants to know, is there a whitelist for the first drop? Do we need to do anything to be included?
Nope. We're gonna have a queue system. We're building our own launch site, but it'll be similar to the systems you've seen that they're coming out with that puts you in a queue, gets you in line, and then takes you through the process.
And then it's a wax or a credit card initially?
It's a credit card sale, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then
Well, have you participated in the Funko drops lately?
I have.
There's a lot of sour feelings with the Funko drops. Like, and you determine this however you want, but like, people get frustrated that like you can open multiple browsers and all of those browsers are in the queue. And then there's also a glitch, I think, that is pretty consistent where people can, once they get in the queue and they buy, they can hit back on their browser, go back and then buy again, and then they can get through the purchase limit. So
I saw that one. That one was painful because I was trying to get in on one of those where it sold out so fast and I didn't get it, but I knew some people got double because they did that. So our dev team is looking, because I'm always in the space and seeing what the complaints are, and we're gonna try and learn from everybody and minimize those, because it is frustrating as a collector.
But yeah, credit card sales are good and bad in that case, right? There's like newer ways to exploit things, but it also brings new people into the space that now have a foothold to then be a part of Wax where they weren't before. So it does bring on a lot of new users to the blockchain as well.
Exactly.
Eric Yo wanted to know, is there a limit to how many packs you can buy? Like, is there a max claim limit?
There will be a limit. We don't have that worked out yet. Some of the numbers like that, and you can see the rarities on the side of the ranks there. We don't have those worked out yet, but we'll be getting those up on the site soon. I don't know what the pack limit is at this time, but it'll be right here when we do figure it out.
Okay.
Nice. And then since the packs are pulling from pre-minted pools, right? Are all of the cards for the set going to be pre-minted and then only up to a certain number, or are there only specific cards that have a mint limit and some of them that have an unlimited mint?
We will mint them all pre-mint. There's one exception, and at the bottom of the page when we get here, I'll go into the upgrade cards. But as far as the packs, they will all be pre-minted and be in pools and ready to distribute. And so you'll get a random mints with each one.
And then would the cards that are the pre-minted cards, the contract would just be open and there will be a future time when more of them will be dropped, or will this pre-minted run be it for this set?
It'll be, the way I understand it, this will be it for this set, even though you'll be able to get them anytime you open the packs, including the monthly booster packs. Does that
Right,
answer?
but once all those packs are open, and there's no plan to like sell a second like wave of booster packs for this specific set.
No,
of
and this is Genesis of Conflict is our set 1, and this will be all that's minted of Genesis of Conflict. The loot packs have a special card in it that has a loot symbol on it that's a separate mint, but we're minting those up front as well.
And I'm scrolling and I see there are different packs. There's not just a small pack, so you can get
Yeah.
different stuff within these packs.
So this one gives you the huge number of cards again, but with a lot higher rarities. And the top ones, the booster packs have bordered cards. These ones have all full art cards, so it's hard to see with the black background on that.
Oh, so you can't get the commons in this one?
Nope, no bordered cards on this one.
Ooh, that's cool. So that'll give you a lot more of the passive if you're trying to get the passive.
Yep.
Because those higher rank cards all earn you more passively. So even though you're paying more for the same amount of cards, they should earn you. I mean, you'd have to do the math of what the stake rates are and everything.
Exactly. And then one other feature on both of these packs, you can see some of the slots are premium and some of them are ultra premium. They have a little bit of overlap. So premium is everything that's minted from 1,000 to 50. Is it 50 or is it 20? And then ultra premium is everything that's minted from 1,000 up to up to 1.
Okay, so you're pulling from even more rare.
Yeah, exactly.
Rare
So
slots.
I'm sorry. So premium is 1,000 to 25, and then ultra premium is 1,000 up to 1 of 1. So the 1 of 1, the 1 of 10s, the 1 of 24s, you can only get those in the ultra premium slots.
DNA says the pack numbers seem big, but the price seems fairish. Kind of like the system attracting a big player base, and I agree. Like as I was saying earlier, like you need a lot of cards to play the game, and it needs to be a functional game. Like you can't have it too expensive to buy in for people to be able to play. But there are a lot of packs because, like, without the player base, like it's not going to be worth anything because you need people playing the game for people to want to collect the cards. So it's like a fine balance. But I think you guys are doing a pretty good job as far as like not charging too much to buy in, but.
Yeah, you don't want the aftermarket to be like, oh, one card's like $20 a piece, and you need 60 cards to play. You know, it just gets totally excessive, and then defeats the purpose of the game, which is to play it.
I was really excited when the team started talking about numbers and costs to see a 18 card pack for $5. Like you can't really find that anywhere on Wax with high quality cards. I mean, there are a few, like I think Splinter Lens has a pretty good deal on their packs. They're going up for the second round, but so we wanted, to be able to get cards out there and let people actually play with them.
The art also looks very good for the price point. Like,
thanks. Yeah,
it's hard to even get collectibles at that price.
And one other detail on the number of cards, we have 244 base cards, and then we have 24 special variations, like the Infinite Leader, like G-Force cards. So we'll take like a certain mech, and then it'll have a little bit of extra health or do more damage. So that's a G-Force, and those are 1 per deck that you play with. So 244 base cards, 24 special cards, which is another edition of the leader that may have some different skills, or one of the G-Force cards. Sorry, I know it's a lot to cover, but you can see this is a complex project, and it's been we've been working on this for a while. So sorry if the viewers are a little overwhelmed.
Oh,
no,
I think
I'm learning a lot too.
Yeah, I'm learning a lot as we go. I think there's also the aspect of this where you can play for free without owning the cards. That'll be, if you're very overwhelmed or confused, that'll be a really approachable on-ramp to be like, okay, like, is this a game I want to, like, you can try it out for firsthand.
And then this is something really cool, because we built this for serious gamers, but people who are not like serious gamers, like never got into Magic or Pokemon, we're developing Warsaken Blitz, which will use the same cards, and Intel cards will still have like an Intel capacity, but not the full definition of what's on the card. Like each card has multiple, a lot of cards have multiple attacks and mechanics. It'll be kind of a simple, quick game, kind of a mini game, and that's going to be coming out 2 months after our pack sale. So Warsaken Blitz, and it's play to earn. It's more simple, like a matching game, but with some strategy in it. Like if you can collect 4 Intel cards and play them, then that might mill some of your opponent's cards. If you collect 4 Soldier Forces, then it might do a certain amount. So it's going to be a lot easier to play. You can pick it up, you can learn it in 2 minutes, you can play it in 10 minutes.
And it's played with the same cards that you play the main game with.
Exactly. So it'll be a good intro, so you can get used to the cards and some of the very basic mechanics. And it's also play to earn.
So real quick, there's some questions here in the chat. So the premium packs, it looked like it was like 7 cards for like $70 or $80.
But they all pulled from like the ultra rare or the like.
Okay, but you're
at the
guaranteed
box
7
art,
cards
you're
from that
guaranteed-
premium
yes.
rarity.
At least
Yeah.
I shouldn't answer.
The
it.
question was,
No,
but
you're
do
right.
they have different cards or just different rarities? That was Toon's question.
It comes from, it's just different rarities. There's 5 cards that are premium or ultra premium, and then 2 of them are resource cards. And the
Okay, so you're
resource
kind of
cards,
guaranteed a level of rarity for that extra price point.
yeah, you won't get anything in those packs that's minted in a quantity greater than 1,000. And then you have a chance at the 1 of 1s, the 1 of 10s, the 1 of 24s in those, the 1 of 20s in those ultra premium slots. And there are 2 resource cards, and those are going to be not the same as the generic resource cards. There you go. And so you can see there's 2 resource card slots. Sorry, there's only 1 listed.
There's 1
there.
resource slot, there's 2 ultra premium, and then 3 premium.
Yeah, so 2 slots. They're kind of overlapped there. It's a special edition resource card, and there's 2 of them in there. They will be. You can play with them in the game, but resource cards aren't part of your deck. So you have as much as you want. So you don't have to put them in your deck. You just draw them when you need it. So your territories produce them, and other forces produce them. But you pull them from the side of the. Excuse me. You pull them from a pile, and you just play them when you need them.
Okay, you
Lou,
have
did
to,
you
like,
want to hop into Stream Raiders here at your leisure, sir?
Okay, yeah. Forgot we were doing that.
Serious business. You got to
We'll
take
s-
care of business.
We'll see
here
if we
on
win.
Stream
This is a
Raiders.
pretty small one. We only got 17 people in here.
What's the
Is
difficulty?
there? I saw people saying, is there a way to demo the game right now? Like, there's a website. Somebody's saying you can maybe sign up for that has tabletop games to like demo. Is that a thing? Like, I couldn't. I like quickly Googled the website and couldn't find the game on the website somebody's talking about. But like, is that a thing, or is that did I
It
misunderstand what
is.
people are typing about?
Yeah, there's a site called Tabletopia, and we are going to be doing a very limited number of backstage passes where people can come in and try out the game. But you need to be walked through it because Tabletopia can be pretty bulky, pretty hard to if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
If you
that
don't
was
know
what I
those
happened. I
games.
just went to the website and was like, I don't even know what to search or where to do anything. It was pretty.
Yeah. Like my first game that I played of Warsaken was on Tabletopia, and I was lost both with the game and with the actual website. But we are going to be bringing a few of our big fans to take them on a backstage pass and show them that, and show them a couple other things kind of behind the curtain.
That's cool.
But it's not open for everyone just because it's not a good intro to the game.
Is there a way to sign up for that though, or did you have to like be involved before now to do that?
We haven't decided how we're going to choose those. We've got one of our super early fans that's done a lot of promo stuff for us that we've talked to. We just reached out to him.
So
we don't
basically,
need
if you want a chance, maybe join the Discord and just communicate in
Yeah.
Discord. That's probably where you'll be announcing all that stuff and selecting people.
Exactly, and you can reach out to me or Brandon or Matt and say, "Hey, I want to be. I'm interested in playing that." Then we can, put you on our radar and get you at some point. Usually, the game isn't that hard to learn. It's just hard to learn if you're trying to learn it on an unfamiliar space. Like you play.
Yeah, you're trying to learn the platform as well as the game. Like that was my thing. I don't understand this table platform thing. So it'd be one thing to try to learn the game, but another thing to try to learn the website at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like we won this one.
That is sweet.
Wapaka, the person who wanted us to start it, hard carried with 30 kills. So I see why you wanted us to start it.
So this is my first time in Stream Raiders. What's the gist of this?
This is it's just kind of like a way for streamers to interact with the audience. I can play, like we start the battle, it's kind of like Mario, you progress and it gets harder and harder, but I can only place one unit, and they can place units once every 5 minutes for 30 minutes, and if we don't place enough units together, we lose, so we have to like, streamer with the people watching the stream have to fight together, and basically if like the people watching don't add enough units, we lose, so it's kind of up to them to help us win. And it's just a fun engagement tool, but it's not blockchain, it's not play to earn, it's just for fun while we do other stuff.
Who
So
are
we'll
you
also
playing
stream
against?
games like, we'll stream Blankos, and we'll stream other blockchain games that people can't play because they don't have a nice enough computer or whatever. So like this gives a game for people to play with us in the background while we do other stuff, mainly.
Yeah, you can still play this from your cell phone if you don't have a
Cool.
computer.
Yeah.
Play the game that is being
And
played.
people do it in the background while also watching us.
Who are you playing against?
It's just NPC right now, but there's also a challenge mode where you play against another streamer, and it's your audience versus their audience. And we haven't done that yet, but that's probably
Oh
going to be very
shit, dude!
intense.
What? We should totally do that.
That is
It's in
cool.
beta right now. They haven't like it's only open on certain days, and they keep missing the days.
Oh man, that sounds awesome.
We can also get into some marbles here pretty quick. We can still keep talking about Warsaken, but I know people are waiting for marbles.
Hey,
The
stop
one
it.
thing about being in this space and being on the Warsaken team and all the work we've been doing is it's taken time away from my gaming. Like I haven't been able to get into the new projects. I didn't know anything about Farmers World until it was like the second pack sale, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like
I used
I missed the rush on that one. I was like, I don't know if now's the best time to buy into this game. It seems like crazy high value for what it is.
Yeah. And I used to watch you guys doing marbles, but now it seems like all my space time that I spend in the crypto space is spent working. I don't have time to play. It was the same thing as an author early on when I started writing seriously. It took away from my reading time, and I had to really carve out time to read because all my reading and book time, I was spending in front of my computer doing my own writing.
Yeah, I feel that for
Definitely.
sure. Like I don't get enough time to like I miss drops for collections that I actually
Mhm.
collect because I'm so busy doing other stuff. I'm like, man, like I like doing my stuff, but now I can't do all the fun stuff that I want to do. I've more recently been getting back into the gaming side of stuff, but even just catching people's streams and stuff, like it's hard to just watch and keep up with everything. Like I'm a big
It
fan of
is.
Sammy Snake and I like watching his stream, but like I don't think I've caught one of his streams in like 2 weeks just because like I'm so busy and he streams like right about the time I wake up and I'm prepping for our stream, so it's hard to do it all at once. Like you can also like if you don't do your work, you could literally just watch people streaming marbles all day. Like I've gotten sucked into that life too, where I'm like, shit, I didn't do anything today. I just did like 8 hours of watching marble races. That's not like it doesn't help me on space a whole lot.
And there's so many good broadcasts out there, from Nifty Show to Upland Action News. I know they're friends of yours, right?
Yeah,
Those guys?
the Metaphors guys and Upland Action News, we're big fans of theirs. Burst of Energy is another big streamer.
Yeah.
You haven't
Menace
I
Tech.
thought
we talked to him about being on his show. He does like the ultra rare ultra cast. I know they do interviews and stuff, so we can definitely like reach out to some of our streamer homies if you're interested in doing more interviews with them.
We I was talking to we went on Upland Action News, and we were talking to Burst of Energy also about his show, and I caught that for the first time I think just last week, and he's doing a good job. So, but yeah, we'll touch base off.
Oh, Nathan streams
Coleman.
too. I don't know if Nathan does interviews, but Nathan's been doing a bunch of
He says he's up for it.
he's also a moderator in a bunch of groups. And earlier he's saying he's like, if not the top, one of the top crypto Mooney collectors.
No, cool.
And he's running for council in Alien Worlds. He's our local politician.
Nice.
I did have a question: is how is Warsaken on mobile? I think
Great
you were
question.
advertising some.
Yeah, so if you click on the app icon on our page right now, it takes you to a broken link, but we are building that. We've been building it hand in hand with the site so that they both work equally. So you can play the game, you can buy cards, you can organize decks. We're even going to have a deck analysis tool where you can make some sample cards, and you're like, it's a little light on these or it's a little heavy on these. So yeah, the app will work just like the website does, and we're building it as we speak. It's just being programmed, but most of the layout, most of the design, most of the user interface is already built and laid out.
So
I guess
Awesome. So-
interacting with the cloud wallet on mobile is relatively simple.
it's also like important, I think, for blockchain games in the current stage.
There's
Because
a reason why Alien Worlds and Farmers World are two of the best doing games. It's because they're so simple. You can do it on a phone, and like it's really easy to look at all that stuff, and it reaches a way wider audience than like if you need like a high-powered computer to be able to play the game. Which like I love Blankos and I love Immersis, but there's a huge like barrier of entry for that stuff because you need the hardware to be able to do it.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah,
So we got a marble race pulled up here. Mark, do you want to pick a prize?
Yeah, so we have new people in the chat, so I'm posting a link to a form. That's just to fill out your Wax wallet, so we know where to send prizes if you win. If you've already filled it out before, people have done marbles with us, it should already be there. But anyway, that is the form. And then let's see. I mean, I'll give away some Neon Space stuff, so I can do like I'll do this here. I'll show it.
And if you're new, the command to enter the giveaway is !play in the Twitch chat. And this is a simulated race. There are no controls. It's just RNG to decide who wins the giveaway. So you don't need to do anything once you've joined. And if we have your name on that list, we will just send you the prize after the stream.
All
I
right,
wish
so
we had some. Sorry, I
I'll
wish
do
we had
first-
some more
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I wish we had some Warsaken assets drop. We're in the process of printing our promo NFTs right now. We'll have them ready next week. So next time I come on the show, we'll have some goodies to give away, and we'll sponsor, and we'll drop Make It Rain on the.
That'll be fun.
Sure.
Sweet.
We,
Yeah.
we like giving
Probably do
away
that
stuff.
closer to your drop to like announce when that is and stuff. And that'll be
Perfect.
fun for sure.
Awesome.
So the first place I'll give this ultra rare hat that is stakeable on our planet. They do this
Neon
for people that
Space
are on the
collab
Atomic
hat.
Kings Burst of Energy show. So there's a little NS for Neon Space and the date we were there. So anyway, I'll do that for first place, and then second and third I will give away these Crypto Monkey packs. This is a collaboration sign we did with Crypto Monkeys. So it's a 1-card pack that has a RNG chance to pull any of the 4 rarities of that Crypto Monkey collab sign. And I can show
Yeah.
what the actual
Someone
sign
opened
is
that-
after this.
Someone opened a neon out of that yesterday, and then I opened a couple of my own and just pulled a couple dims. Them's the breaks.
But I can show off the what the actual sign looks like after this race too. I always think it's funny because the music with Lewis with his self-made ogas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the free-to-play aspect of the game too, because like I recently, like we were all talking about a second ago, like we've been so busy, haven't been able to participate in like the NFT space in the capacity that we like to sometimes, like as gamers or collectors. And I agree, I've been missing out on like participating in drops and all that stuff. So I recently, during the Battle Miners drop, I like actually got like a pack and opened stuff and like played the aftermarket for a day
Fun.
and had a blast. And then
Oh yeah, I remember why I got into this space in the first
yeah,
place.
and
Yeah,
it was
it's
really
fun.
fun. And then I set up my Battle Miners like mining stuff. And I really got into that game. And then I was like, I was telling Mark and like Lewis and other people about it. I was like, oh, it's really fun. You should try like getting into it. But there really is no way to get into it without buying a land and some mining gear to actually do the portion of the game that I'm having a blast playing. So it's like I think it's a really like big deal to have that, like where if I bought something and I can tell my friend like, hey, check this out, and then they can just go without any kind of like commitment. Try
Yeah,
it
because
out.
you're like, hey, here's what you need to play, and I like NFT Battle Miners, but the way the aftermarket is right now, it's pretty expensive to like get a solid foundation in that. I mean, you could still play with like 1 or 2 of the
You can
minor
just get
cards,
like
but
you can get like a $20 card, like a couple cards for $20 and like set up a mine too. But
Yeah, I think like
there is
25
no-
bucks
there
is
is no
probably
way
the
to
entry
do it.
point for
yeah,
Battle Miners. You need a land. A land is about $15, and then you need an item, which is about $10. So
yeah. But
that's
I
not
mean,
going to give
that's
you a
still-
lot of
that's not
minerals
free.
either.
Yeah, it's not going to get you much, and it's not free. So like having that, I'm really excited.
Yeah, I think onboarding, especially for like a card game that has so many cards, like to ask people to buy that many cards just to be able to try it is a lot. So it's definitely nice. And that's how a lot of the card games go. Like Splinterlands, you can play without investing. Same with like Gods Unchained, which is one of the first card games I got into. Gods Unchained like gives you like a starter deck that you can play out with.
That's
And then
true.
Dark
So
Country right now you can
Dark
just play with
Country does it
everything.
too. Yeah, you can just
yeah,
play
especially
their
with
whole
complex
library.
game mechanics, try before you buy, particularly with knowing what cards, what play style you like, what kind of, what your lane is with those things. Definitely takes time and reps to do. So at least you can kind of facilitate that.
Yeah, without dropping a ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Max, I gotta ask, your dog looks like, oh, now he's laying down. He looked like he was posing for the camera, like he was trying to get his best angle there. I was wondering if he was on the stream or not.
Marcy is a queen.
Yeah,
Oh, shoot.
She finds her light.
She
She knows
loves
what's
the
up.
limelight for sure.
She's a little honey. She's super spoiled. I like spoil her. Totally rotten. She's a little brat.
So, congrats to Jiwa, Winnie Frederick, and FK Rowitz. Y'all are the top 3 winners, and you win the NFT prizes. The rest of you just get points towards our season. And I will.
I'm gonna jump on Atomic and buy one of those collab packs you did with Crypto Monkeys. I don't have any of those. That looks pretty.
You can
cool.
enter the next race and try to
Alright.
win one.
All right, here I'm about to
She's,
share. I'm about to share audio.
chilling.
So
Here, let me mute the.
So
Muted.
anyway, this is the neon version of this. So anyway, that is
That
our
is
Crypto
cool.
Monkey collab sign. So
Man,
there
that is
are
so
more
cool.
rarities there. So for people new to Neon Space, like our common rarity at dim would be a static image like this. Oops, static image like this, and then the
That's a
uncommon,
lit.
a lit rarity is like
The mint structure is also 1200 for dim. This is a 400 max mint, and this is
yep.
the lit.
So
Glow
this
is our
just
next
like
one.
animated. This one will have some
100 max
camera
mint.
movement, no music, and then the last one I just showed you is the top rarity with music. So we
It's
build this all
neon.
in Neon City, and all these signs kind of are in the same physical space that we show up to the camera movement. Max is a visual effects artist by trade, so
You can
Lewis
go
is an
visit
audio
that Neon
engineer.
City
So we're
in
basically combining all
Immersis.
of our skills here.
You can
Oh,
visit
cool.
Neon City in Immersis. The signs are like up. Not the Crypto Monkey one. We still have to add that like in the next patch or whatever. But you can see all of Genesis Street. Like all those signs exist within like an explorable zone in Immersis, which is like a metaverse game on Wax.
I've seen you guys in there actually, and I love how everything in your collection is so on brand. Like Max, you're doing a killer job just keeping like that. Crypto Monkey collab is awesome because you can you look right at it and you're like, yep, that's Crypto Monkeys and that's Neon Space. That's sweet.
Yeah, we actually initially had done the Crypto Monkeys lettering in their font, and it was like, no, it looks too much like Crypto Monkeys.
They're
Like,
afraid that people are going to think it was part of their
like, it looks
collection,
like
not
it's
our
their
collection. They're
collection.
like, we don't want
Okay.
this to be mistaken. And I was like,
Yeah,
we're
so
like,
it's
yeah,
like,
that's fine.
Yeah,
Like,
let me do this more in like a neon style. So like having the lettering be like very our aesthetic, and yeah, it's really fun.
here's the
Well,
audio cue really quickly. Exclamation point play if you'd like to join the race. Same prizes as last time, Mark.
Yeah.
So there'll be the Neon Space or like neon themed ultra rare hat, which is stakeable on our planet for 8 Ether. And then second and third will be the Crypto Monkey packs that open for those cards that Mark just showed you, which is a 1 card community pack that we made.
Yeah, it's just you got a pretty, it's fun, and you just get that RNG chance if you can get that neon.
It's so cool to go around. Like I see some of my good friends that I've known for a long time, like Crypto Chibis. He's a really good friend. MSMP82, also a good friend. Seeing other people from our Warsaken space, which is awesome. Donnie Garton is in there with us. Autumn's Toys is in there. It's cool how you just can hang out with friends in so many different areas here in the space.
Yeah, there's a lot of overlap for sure.
It's also a really small world. Once you start meeting people in the space, it's like, like I'll meet someone, I'm like, oh, like you're an active member of this community. I'm like, oh, you're an active member of every community. Like,
it's so small that I can, on drop days, I can usually click on like recently sold and scroll through the list, and I'll recognize the wallet names. I'll know who those people are.
I do that all the time. When Max is looking through stuff, I'm like, that person's selling. I'm like, that person's in our marble races. That person's in our marble races.
Yeah.
It's a lot worse when we did. We used to only do Wax wallets. We didn't used to do people's Twitch names. So I used to have like Rain Man be able to call out like, oh, that's that Wax wallet. Like,
some people are amazing at that.
Yeah, it's wild.
Free dollar guy.
He's flying.
I like free dollars.
You jinxed him by calling his name.
I think.
Yeah, it's the broadcaster's curse, man.
I think BDAO is a Blue Dragon AO, and I believe they're part of the NFT draft, right?
Okay.
Or am I wrong about that?
I forget, honestly.
Oh, damn.
Oh, I promised you guys a teaser, breaking news on our tournament.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. I told you not to tell us earlier.
Yeah, to back up a little bit, we're letting our fans pick the collections they want to see allied with us, and there's no endorsement of us by the projects. We're just picking 16 projects that will be able to earn passive staking with us. There's a tournament going on in our Discord, which you posted the link earlier.
I'll post it again.
Yeah. And we're doing a bracket system, and there's 16 teams in each bracket. There's two brackets of 17, but the top 8 in each bracket are going to move on. For the second round, we're going to try and keep the brackets mostly how they are, but we are going to balance them out a little bit. And one of the things we're going to do is we're seeing a lot of participation and support from some smaller and mid-sized collections. And to give them a bigger chance over some of the names that just have the kind of the corporate name recognition, we're going to lump a lot of the big, huge brands together in one bracket. So there'll be like a monster bracket where those guys are fighting someone their own size, so to speak.
That's what I like to hear.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Well,
even the playing field for the neon spaces of the world.
If Alien Worlds makes it past the first round, and if Street Fighter makes it past the first round, those collections like that will be in the same bracket against each other, and then leave the other guys. So we will have to do some shuffling after this round. but that'll help out some of the collections that have really been supporting us. 8 days ago, we had 34 members of our Discord, and here within an hour or so, I think we're going to cross 2,000. So it's just been because of people like Neon Space and Upland Action News and Crypto Chibis and NFT Story Cards. You know, they got behind us wholeheartedly from the start and helped us out. And so we really do want to help out and kind of support those collections as much as we can as well.
Here's the Discord link again. I just posted it if you're not already in there.
Yazing.com is another one that was very early on, and he's in the race right here.
Nice.
I checked. We're currently in third
Nice.
in our bracket. That's pretty good.
So
We're some
once you
heavy
guys
hitters.
do,
All we
if
need
you
is
do
top
join,
Yeah.
if you do join the Discord, scroll down in the groups there on the voting. Each region has a separate list of available collections, and then you can just react to that list with the corresponding letter for who you want to vote for, and you can vote for as many people as you like. But the top 8 in each category are moving on to the next round. Is how that's happening. If anyone's still unfamiliar with this.
Autumn's Toy says they heard about Warsaken from Crypto Chibi.
Oh, nice.
Autumn's Toys, you're part of Dr. Crispy's group, aren't you? The Glummy Bears. We have a lot of people in our community from Dr. Crispy's community. Dr. Crispy does the Glummy Bear collection, and they all came from Funko. When Funko was announced on Wax, they all came to Wax in anticipation of Funko, but a lot of them collect a lot of other stuff too. They're a fun community.
Yeah, I feel like they'd definitely be interested in the physical side, the Kickstarter. I'm also you really, I feel like are making a good call on including an NFT that's only available through the Kickstarter, because that gets me very interested.
So I know a lot of your fans are already in our Discord because they're coming in and voting for you. We're going to do a big wax drop when we hit 2,000, and we're at 1955 right now. And so if you want, we can just do that right now. I don't know if you want to do it live or if you just want to tell people to go there. We're going to leave it open for a few hours, but it's not going to be a 24-hour one like the ones we've been doing. I think we're doing 6 hours on this one. So we're going to create a new drop channel. We're going to create a new giveaway channel, and we're just going to right here. We got to create that channel, and then we'll do the drop. And everyone here, you're the first to hear about it. So go in there. We're going to drop 1,000 wax to celebrate hitting the 2,000 Discord mark, which we're super excited about.
That ain't no joke.
Awesome.
That's
quick too.
Wax was at 30 cents a pop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a big Nice. I'm gonna be looking up for that.
So I think we got one more marble race in us. We'll do one more race and then simulate this battle. But we're kind of wrapping up on the stream here. I don't know if Coleman, if you had any last things you wanted to talk about or announce about Warsaken, but now would be the time.
All right, just a huge thank you to you guys, the other projects that have supported us. We're super excited to be in the space. It's going awesome. We put our heart and soul into this and developed this for so long. Warsaken will be out in November or December of this year with our pack launch, and then our first mini game is going to be 2 months after the drop. So that's the gist of what's going on. Go in and vote for Neon Space and the tournament and their allies.
Let's go. Also, I guess just shameless self-plug. If you were here we saw somebody said they found our stream through Warsaken. If you found us through Warsaken, if you wouldn't mind following us on Twitch, we do NFT giveaways daily. We stream NFT content. We interview NFT creators. So if you're into that stuff, feel free to follow us. We'd appreciate it, but we appreciate you showing up regardless.
Yeah, definitely. You can totally rewatch it. We talked a lot about how Warsaken works, and I'm really stoked on it.
I definitely want to learn more about the game,
but exclamation point play, last race, audio cue, exclamation point play.
And I can
I'm
vouch
just gonna
for
watch
you
that
guys
video.
too.
Those
you guys
videos
have been
look
around
really
for
clean.
a while, and we see a lot of collections start up, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that, we're going to be. You guys have been consistent. You're doing stuff nobody else is doing. Just the fact that you have a monthly race with the totals, just a solid project. I have tons of respect from you, and happy to know you guys.
Yeah, thank you. There's one thing that we do that we announced from the start that we were able now to finally follow through on with the Crypto Monkeys for the first time, and then follow also with the Metaphors thing. But all of the people who collect our Neon Space NFTs, 20% of every time we do a big pack drop or sale, a big pack sale thing, 20% of all of the NFTs in that sale get put into one card packs, and then those packs get airdropped to the people holding our NFTs. proportional to how many NFTs you have. So it's basically like each NFT you have puts your name in the potential
Yeah, I
list
like to say our NFTs are a raffle ticket, and the more NFTs you have, the more raffle tickets you have. But that doesn't mean you're going to get the drops. The drops just go to random raffle tickets. So like,
Yeah,
you have a higher
but, like,
chance of more.
I have a big collection of Neon Space stuff. I got like 50 packs dropped to me.
I am
for
the
free
KY, who's
before
our
the
biggest
drop
collector. He has like over 1,000 assets. He got dropped 150 packs, which we sell our packs for $1. Like our cards are $1 each on sale, so he got $150 worth of stuff we were selling just for collecting. And like, yeah, he had to put in a lot of like roughly $1,000 because our stuff's like $1 per NFT is what we sell them for. So
Nice.
But he's
not financial advice, but if you do
that's just a
collect
big
a lot of our stuff,
mechanic
you
of
can
our
get some
collection
drop.
that we wanted to do from the start. And now that we have the tools to actually create pre-minted packs ourselves, we are doing that, like moving forward forever, basically.
Yeah, and that's for like all of our sales. The stuff that doesn't qualify for that is like marble trophies. There's blends. Like we don't airdrop blends because you have to actually blend into them. So like not everything in our collection gets airdropped, but anytime we have a sale or any major new release, that stuff will be 20% gets airdropped.
Yeah, 20% of all that gets airdropped in the form of single card packs that then open from the same pools as the sales.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like all the mint ones, all the neons are in that pool. It's not pulling from a separate free pool for the free stuff. It's pulling from the paid pool, the same pool we sell our stuff in. So
that was basically we were inspired by the crypto monkeys, how they do the monkey farming, where like, but what like as a big crypto monkey collector and then playing Alien Worlds on Crypto Monkey Land, I just kept getting dropped the same monkey over and over and over again. Like, and that bothered me a bit. So then I was like, well, we could do that, but like the thing that bugged me was getting the same thing, which is like you might often get the same thing out of a pack, but at least you had the chance.
That's cool.
So doing it as packs is like the like evolution of that, I guess.
yeah, we're also thinking about doing a thing like we have packs that pull from a pool, but now we're thinking about making a new pool where we put all of our community packs in them. So if you win a marble race, you get like a community pack that'll open into another community pack. So then you could get like all of the different community packs that we've released. We're not there yet. We don't have enough, but like, yeah, we like the idea of you getting different stuff for engaging and not just like continuously getting the same thing.
Yeah. Basically, we created this collection as NFT collectors ourselves, and the point is to create something that we want to collect ourselves. And
that's what I was just going to say.
Yeah, a big part of what we like is like opening packs, getting that like luck factor, the RNG. So like that's a big thing that we try to like include. Like our burns also, like we do blend races where like you blend 2 of our commons at a chance of like 6 different potential like NFTs that all have very low mint structures. And
yeah, we take the 1,200 mints and we let you get something that's like a max 50 mints, but you could get something that's 5 or 3 mint as well. Wow. So like you're trading your commons. We like to say the commons or dims, we call them, because like it's all like light related for neon. The dims are like the currency in our to buy new artwork within our collection. So if you get duplicates, which you do if you open packs, you don't just like, oh shit, I have 9 of the same card and there's no use for it. You can then use the extra ones to buy new original artwork or rare versions of the artwork that we have out, which we awesome. Like just because like, I mean, I opened a shit ton of our packs. I have like like 250 cards from our last drop that like, I mean, I bought all the packs. We don't give ourselves stuff. Got airdropped because I hold a bunch of our stuff. But yeah, like after ripping all those, now I have a shit ton of commons, but now I can like, I participate in all of our blends and like there's stuff to do with them. So as a collector, I appreciate it.
You can tell you guys are in the space and you love the space by the way you set up your project. I mean, it's totally obvious. And I've been telling the art team all along, because I'm the biggest NFT wax guy on the team, that I'm going to be buying the stuff up on the secondary. I'm going to be there on launch and I'm going to be buying cards. I mean, if it sells out like that, I'm not going to be racing people for them, but I'll definitely get some on the secondary. I want to own the cards. I want to play the game. I want to do the upgrades. We have an upgrade system, which I won't go into, but I'm the same way where I just love the space and can't wait to own some of my own stuff. And I got a neon space pack drop to me once. I didn't know where it came from, but that explains it.
yeah, that'll keep, as long as you have those neon space NFTs in your collection, that'll keep happening.
We're just like NFT Santa over here, just like, or NFT Oprah, like you get a pack.
I see wallets too that have done nothing but like they participated in our first marble races. They have promos, and I saw those promos airdrop them community packs, and those drop them crypto monkeys. And they have like, I've seen wallets that are like maybe even dead wallets that just keep getting our stuff. I'm like, yeah, somebody could have just participated in like 3 of our races and just like they're just gonna keep getting dropped neon stuff potentially for like life, which is like kind of cool. It's getting harder and harder to get a drops though, full disclosure, because like we drop the same amount of cards and there's more total assets in our collection, so your chances of getting the drops are going down each drop. which is why if you're like real anal, you got to keep buying the drops because then that increases your chance to get the future ones. But
we also did a departure from the CryptoMonkey model where it's not one wallet per asset, but it's one asset per like.
Yeah, you can get dropped a ton.
You can hold your duplicates all in the same wallet, and that doesn't.
Yeah,
CryptoMonkeys is like unique one per account.
Yeah,
cool.
in CryptoMonkeys, it's like if they do a drop to somebody holding those, it's like, well, it's based on like one. At least that's how I understood it.
So Uga said here, so my blends, I do actually take away from the community drop numbers. Yes, if you blend 2 cards into one, you have one less raffle ticket, but you do have a much rarer piece of artwork. And also, I mean, we haven't 100% figured it out, but pretty much already announced that like we're probably going to be added to Wax Arena, and something I'm going to talk to Ashiki about is our dims are not going to be worth anywhere near our lits. So like, if we have any say in it, like the dims are going to be the currency. They're going to be trash. They're going to stake for very, very little PP or whatever game we get into, and you're going to have to want to blend them into the next level, because the next level we're going to try to make much better for gaming utility to try to like even that out. So if you want more airdrops, you're going to get less of the gaming utility, and that's the way I like to do it.
Yeah, and both have
we
value
want to add as much
independently.
utility to our assets as we can too. So we have like immersive stuff that we're trying to incorporate. We have now we're with Wax Arena stuff, and then
Can I also do a
hopefully we
disclaimer?
can
It's not up to us when we get added to Wax Arena. Ashiki said he is going to add us when the next phase of the game comes out, but like it's out of our hands, so we don't know what our stake rates are. We haven't decided, like we don't know any of that stuff yet.
Yeah, don't
So,
buy
like,
our stuff because you want to stake with it.
Yeah, like
It's
don't buy it speculating that it's going to stake for a lot, because we don't know what it's like. We have no idea. So that is one of our goals, but like that has not been actualized yet. So do not buy until it's been actualized.
We're all artists. Yeah, we're artists, not game designers. So if you're looking for a game, you should probably buy the game assets directly.
Yami Dev is asking, will this be replayed? All of our Twitch videos are replayable immediately after the stream, and then Mark here will clip it out and re-upload it to YouTube as well within the next week, probably.
Yeah, so that's the Neon Space YouTube channel. So just give me a couple days. I'm about to go out of town here for the weekend, but yeah, so it's available on Twitch for like a week, and then I'll cross post it to YouTube here probably by Monday.
This
Also,
is a good assumption KY is making.
We got a question here, and we do have an answer to this. There is a super blend coming this weekend, this Saturday at 2 p.m. I didn't want to make the stream too confusing, but we're going to pick the blend tomorrow. We do marble races to pick the blend, so we'll put in the 3 potential signs that could be blended, which are the 3 that haven't been done on Metaforce. Whichever marble wins, we will blend that character. But we'll be doing that tomorrow at 5 p.m. We're picking the blend, and then Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific time, we'll be actually doing the blend. And those fill almost immediately. So if you're not there, like when the time's ticking down, you're probably not going to get one. And that's just based on the last 2.
But haven't you been splitting it half and half, like half? Like,
yeah, but both ways, like
apart. Yeah.
The second half one actually had 1 left, but like the first half, like if you weren't there within 30 seconds, like it closed. So
yeah, so we've been trying to at least do. I mean, it's 55 total minutes, but we at least cut it in half and do half.
It's 100.
Or 100.
It's 50,
sorry.
It's 53 and 52.
Okay, got it. And one is, at 2, and then 6 hours later we'll do the second half.
But it will be from our Metaforce collection. It'll be from the Metaforce Avenue, and it'll either be, we did Recourier in Mars, Utah, so it'll be either Mixplick, Left House, or T Davis, so the other 3 options, and we'll do a race to decide which one we're blending, and then
if
you need 2 of the dims.
Just need 2 of the dims, which you could definitely pull from like the packs, which are pretty cheap.
Yeah, we actually, our packs are also, let me post a thing for packs really quick. We still have some packs on sale. They have not sold out yet. So if you'd like to get into our collection, you can still get in at the buy-in price, which actually I think there might be like 4 or 5 cards on the aftermarket under $1, but you don't get the RNG. So you're like guaranteed to comment on the aftermarket, but our floor is at about $1, and then we sell our packs for $1. So like you have a chance to get rarer stuff than our floor, but also you could just go buy our floor if you want to do that. But generally the second we announce which blend you're going to do, you're not going to be able to get it for $1. Like the price goes up immediately when we announce which card's being blended.
Yeah,
that's
and we
awesome.
don't know
I
which
love
card
to see the community get behind that, and your community obviously loves you guys. One thing with staking, I don't know how Wax Arena does. I assume it's the same, where it's a pool, and if you have fewer assets, you get more than if it was a game that had millions of assets. Like an Alien World versus just about anybody else, where the cards are worth, the abundant and common cards are worth almost nothing from Alien Worlds, but from other people. And that's how we will be doing it. So the collections with fewer or a reasonable number of assets versus those mega guys will get higher rewards.
So do you do like a pool per
nice.
collection?
Uh-huh.
Like, okay, I see.
It'll be equal.
That's great.
Each collection will be basically equal, just broken down, and we'll work with the collections, one collect to see what they want and how they want their rarities to be defined and all that.
Oh, awesome. So we would be able to be like, hey, we'd like our dims to be less
Yeah.
staking
Or
power
we
than our
only want to reward blends. We'll definitely be open and let the collections decide if they want to work with us on that. And most people have said, yeah, we definitely want some input on that.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Dope. Yeah, that's really cool how all these projects can like give each other further utility too, which is cool.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, it's wild. Like, yeah, it's cool. It's really fun. I'm glad to be part of this space so early.
Boom, we won that match. Good job, everybody. Thanks for
Yeah.
carrying us as always. I always like to say Yamster is like 50% of the reason we win like any of these, but definitely got some heavy hitters. But I think that's going to conclude our stream for the day. Thanks for joining us, everybody, especially Coleman. We'll definitely have you back on when you have some more news.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
drop
and
that
come
1,000
vote.
wax right now in our. We have a Warsaken giveaways channel, and it's gonna show up right now. It'll be open for 6 hours.
Okay, let me
Oh, yeah,
let me
come to
post
the-
one
come
last
to the
time
Warsaken.
the invite link, so
Cool.
people don't want to miss this giveaway. Go ahead
Yeah.
and join this Discord. Maybe vote for Neon Space if you're feeling frisky.
Definitely.
Vote
vote
for
for
whatever
Neon
collections
Space.
you like.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
have a
vote
good day,
for-
everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks,
Come
guys.
vote